The phone call's just come in.
Oh, who is it?
Is it Wizard Scott?
Oh, gadget! It's wicked.
It's Wiggly, and I'm back once again with another Fallout 4 settlement build tour. Today we are atop the makeshift guard post that I made, just because I wanted to use this new staircase that I got with the G2M mods, which also included that sea container over there, which you can see. But yeah, I really wanted to do it. I wanted to make a building and have this inside, but there was nowhere on this camp that it really suited, so I built a guard tower out of it. Not the safest place to stand, because really you could be sniped from the bridge over there. And also, this is up here outside of the build limit. I had to keep running upstairs, placing that using place anywhere, and running back downstairs before the build, before it chucks you out of the, the build menu. But once I'd run up here and gone down, and it wasn't successful every time, and I lost bits and couldn't pick them up, and had to reload it and all that game. So eventually, I didn't bother to put the actual guard post up here to make someone stand up here. And as I said, it's not, it's a bit dangerous standing up here. So it's a good place maybe just to come and have a look, to see if anyone's coming from far away. There's a bit of overlap there, but it's a small price to pay. It covers such a small area. You can get some really tight staircases inside a building now. So I'm looking forward to using this staircase for something other than this outdoor monstrosity. However, like I said, it is really dangerous up there. If you do get shot in the head and fall off, at least you'll land on these spikes. So, let's introduce you to security.
Yeah?
Yes, this is security.
That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name.
He has a standard combat armor suit on, as well as a marine wetsuit. The marine wetsuit is the uniform for security here. He has what I call a male chest piece on there, and if we check out how I've dressed the female guards, they're pretty much dressed the same. She's got heavier armor, but the main difference is the robot chest plate, which I thought gave much more room for boobage. Yes, I said boobage. Yeah, I built a wall around the perimeter, which I don't normally do because it takes so much away from the build limit. It is more realistic to have a wall, but I just want to build so much more stuff inside. So I usually load up on the old turret guns and leave the wall. But I've decided to put a wall and include a walkway all the way around it. So it may not be the safest place to walk here. You could get shot. But it's not really for taking a stroll on. It's for coming up here and defending the place and being able to access the entire perimeter. Here's another male guard, and we've got stairs down there. These came as part of the G2M mod, I do believe. I've got a load of new stuff from the G2M mod, which I'm really happy with. It doesn't seem to cause any problems. It just gives you loads of really cool stuff. Under the bridge, you can see the silhouette there of another guard. We'll meet him later. And inside here, hopefully it won't crash when I open these doors, because I've got a little bit of a gallery going on in here. I didn't really know what else to decorate it with. I wanted to leave it pretty free so you can pass through here. We've got a guard looking over the front entrance because we've got the gate down here underneath us, which we'll see momentarily. And yeah, you could pretty much just check out, make sure no one's coming over the bridge, and if they are, you've got somewhere to cover behind and peep out and shoot. But so far I've not been attacked here yet. I'm waiting to be attacked so I can place the turrets and sort of plan the defence a bit better. I like to have the turrets really on the outside of the wall, but I've built right up against the build limit. So I would have to build a tower, I guess, inside maybe to house said turrets, and then they're going to blow the aren't they, out of the plants and all that. So being that we've not been attacked yet, maybe it's because of my wonderful wall. The wonderful wall of Wiggly in Wiggly's world. Wouldn't you know it? Huh? Never mind. I'm not saying it again. Yes, so here is the kitchen. I've built this up here on top of the wall. I really wanted it down there, but I had to compromise because there just wasn't the space. There is a big, huge space there, as you can see. But Lucas and his pals like to sit there. And the dog comes down and he wiggles his little toy around. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You know, and I just thought I'd leave him that space there. It wasn't a hill that I was prepared to die on, if you will. So, yeah, this is a kitchen. It's actually two thingamajigs put together. What do you call them? Train cars or whatever. Box cars. Yay. So on here I've used creative clutter. I didn't see that. That's rubbish. I need to sort that out. That freestanding. Oh no. Right, so yeah, we've got some pots and pans. We've got a gravity defined breadboard. Dishes and whatnot. That's really bothering me. And some drinks and what have you. This base table here comes from creative clutter, and you can it gives you that as a base for you to clip various miniature workstations on, which I think is genius. Then you don't have to use a huge room just to fit the four. I say just, they're quite useful, aren't they? But this is even better. We've got a little cooking stove and we've got a little weapons workbench, and you can clip stuff to down there as well. I could have had the science one there and the armour there, but he clips through the floor a bit when he uses it. It looks a bit funny. I prefer not to have it. So there we go. Food at the top, bit more food, and then some cleaning products that you might need for the kitchen. I didn't want settlers clogging the place up, so I wanted some chairs here as decoration, and I stuck them right under the table so the settlers can't actually sit on them because they are incapable of pulling a pew. Yeah, a full-size chemistry station. And this is another one of the base tables it gives you to attach stuff to. And here is a miniature box card. Here's a miniature nuka mixer station. And an armour workbench. And should you want to get some air, there's plenty of air in here. You can stand around the corner doing the dishes and looking out the window. Not a bad view. Do the dishes, look out the window, make sure no one's coming. And once you've pulled yourself out a Nuka-Cola, get yourself some ice. The ice machine, the ice cooler. Yeah, that's the kitchen. Other than this notice board, which I cannot tell you, I'm afraid, which mod it came through, but I will put a list of the mods I'm using in the video description. Oh, the door opens inwards. And, you know, a few boxes. I put a little mat here so that the JYD can, you know, alternate between his little house and the mat if he wants to cut some rays. And we got, you know, the usual. And a bin. JYD himself. A junkyard dog. He's got some ribs. And a dog bowl. So, yeah. This, shipping container. Love them. Love them. Yeah, I've got a little bell. It's not the greatest place for a meeting in real life, but, like, when I'm sorting stuff out, it's good to call them up here. There's a nice flat surface and I can see them all. Yeah, these shipping containers. Brilliant. Look, G2M shipping crates, they're called. And they come separately, all these little pieces on the side, so you could leave parts out, make it go around the corner, make corridors out of it. You could do all sorts with these. I think these are great. Open the door. What I've done with it is left the bottom section out here and made a little staircase into the guard's bedroom. This is the guard's bedroom. I've managed to cram, I think, 10 beds in here. It's a bit minimal, but then they don't use it because they guard 24/7, don't they? They don't leave their posts. I commend them for it, but that's my excuse for leaving it plain and empty. Here's a G2M modern door. Perhaps a bit clean for the settlement, but I just liked it. It was available. It was there. You know, here's a little, you know, porch area. And then here, check this out. Check this out. Search for that in the Razer. Search for that in the mod section, and I'm sure you'll find it. It's a really cool power armor paint job, which I think is very cool, and it's also available with little black bits on it as well, blue bits even. It's got little green bits. We've got little blue bits as well. Should you wish to paint said armor, you might want to use my paint oven that I built and just about managed to cram everything in here, including this. Look at that. So wanted to go red here. I had to wiggle it. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. But I got it in. Got some turpentines and some glue, some paints and some different coloured... Oh, look, there's the other... The body armour paint that I mentioned. Just been putting some green paint on that. It dries a different green, as you can see. Right, that's the paint oven. Yeah, so let's wander down here. I've stuck some pallets down to make this ground a bit more... I nearly said palatable there. We're not going to eat it though, are we? And that would have been a really bad pun. Here's a nice little sitting area. I have used Scrap That Settlement to do this mod because it is an absolute mess with stuff that you would just clean up if you was any normal person you lived here. There's big bloody great big weeds and all sorts of things. So for the sake of the video, I put Scrap Anywhere on, scrapped everything I wanted, and then I'll have to turn it back off after because it does repeatedly crash my game, which is a shame. And this is what it looks like with it switched off. So yeah, not very nice, is it? We've got, anyway, a nice little seating area here for this little bar that I've got going on. Here's matey in his chef's outfit. I thought that outfit was quite cool. It's a dirty... Shut up, you. It's a dirty institute... what is it? It's a dirty institute lab coat or something. Oh, I can't remember now. Correct me. Put it in the comments. Yeah, but it's an institute jobby. And I thought the colours went quite well with his fridge and all that. That's part of a mod, which I forget which one now. But it's very cool. Some bottles and that. I left that one out so you can see his ugly mug. Some bottles and what we got up here? Some sugar bombs and a Blamco, or a Blamco, plenty of Blamcos, and some preserved Instamash and Vim, because we all love a glowing Vim. And there he is. Is he floating? He might... No, I think he's alright, isn't he? That went quite well. Shut that door. Right, yeah, because I had to hide the floatiness with a couple of rocks there. But he works well. You can actually go up and stand and talk to him. And you're not down here like a little kid. Yeah, as I say, left this little hill clear. That's my scavenger lady. And what should we show you next? I left the food where it is because they, you know, when you move it, they seem to often continue to work there anyway, and it's hard to build there, and you've got them in the way and what have you. I turned this shack into the little security office. Hello. How you doing? Yeah. Good talk. What are you doing outside? I gave you a special helmet and everything. What? Trouble? You're supposed to be in there. She's being naughty. She's supposed to be... Yes? In that desk there. You're supposed to stand there. She's supposed to... Tell your mate to go in. What are you doing? Don't worry about Grey Garden. Go in your little hut. Look at her. You...
Stay out of my way.
Oh... Sod it, I'm never going to get her in there, am I? Ugh. Okay, so we got some... That does my head in. We got some water purifiers. Here's the main gate. I've got a spotlight up there, shining down on us. Now, I kind of got this idea when I saw one of my friends' builds. I'm not sure if he did it intentionally, but I find that these spotlights are quite a good source of protection, really, because if you're shooting up here, they're in the middle of the night, especially, they're quite blinding, and it's hard to see what you're shooting at. So I thought that was quite cool. Making sure I don't fall. What is that? I fast travel everywhere. I don't even know what's 5 minutes away from my own camps. But yeah, it kind of shines in the face.
Yes, in the face!
In the middle of the night. Maybe I'll cut that in after and show you. Yeah, I will. I probably already have. Yeah, so here, like I say, here's the guard that I mentioned earlier.
You hear about that farm run by ghouls?
Do you know what? I thought I was going mad the first time. I thought that I forgot to dress him. So I dressed him again. And he's undressed. He's got no armour again. He's a ghoul. Is it because he's a ghoul? Is it because I is a ghoul? But right. Yeah, some stairs up to the wall there, and then we've got this. I'm anal about this sort of thing. I just like to be organised. This is the bedroom for the workers, because we've got the guards over there. And this is the bedroom for the workers. This is the food worker. This is the guy who works... where does he work? Yeah, he works in the bar there, doesn't he? Why have I wrote food? He works in the bar. I should have put bar. We've got the chems dealer, who you've not met yet. And on his bedside table, he's got some matching paraphernalia. And that's his bed. Again, these beds came from why can't I say that? Creative Clutter, right? That's the lady who does the thingamajig, the scavenging. I think it's because I couldn't be bothered to spell the words out, and those ones are already in there. She's got some little ornament, I guess she might have scavenged. And Matey Boy, who works in the bar, what's on his table? He's been at the old Flying V cocktail. Look, we got vodka and Vim. The Flying V. It'll knock the socks off you. Put some hairs on your chest. And again, from that mod that I'm not going to mention. I'm not going to try again. Right, that one. You know the one. So it's getting late. It's getting late. And the chems bar looks quite nice at night. But we'll see that momentarily. This is the food workers. You know, the actual guys who grow the food. They were the two original settlers that were here. They have a backstory, I'm sure they do, but I can't remember what it is. I think they might have lost their little one at some point. The Institute took them or something like that. I made a little porchway thing, which I meant to put some cool stuff on top, but forgot. But I made that out of some turret shelves. And, you know, you got some spotlights. Vanilla stuff, yeah. It's not very bright in here. I made it nice and cozy for them. This is their room, the couple's room. So they got an old sofa, TV, everything you'd like to have, I guess. And yeah, nothing in there. This is an actual double bed. You can get 2 settlers on there at one time. So you actually get them both tucked up in bed, all sweet and nice. And there is a little vanity table. And she can do her hair and all that. And yeah, and as I shut the door, I forget that I forgot to show you that entire building here. The darkness put me off. As well as their beds, we've got some stuff up there. A couple of bits and pieces, make it look a bit lived in. And of course, Lebog! We've got to have Lebog. You cannot not have a bog. Where did he settle it? You know, it would stink, wouldn't it? I guess we have some sort of sewage system. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Again, the mod that I cannot pronounce. And again. No, actually, that came from DIY. DIY! And And there's a little radar lamp. And, of course, I nearly forgot the second time, is the little balcony. You can get a nice view of the place. There's the bar, there's a little sit-down area, there's the thingamajig kitchen. And I showed you that, didn't I? So, let's jump off the balcony. Don't do it! Yeah, we've got to do it. Right.
The last time I had clean fingernails.
No, well, I've provided you with everything you need to clean your fingernails. So, I showed you what was in here, didn't I? Yeah, because I was talking about that. Yeah. So, you had this annoying little piece of ground here that you had to jump over to get through up this path. So, I tried to put a little bridge over it, and I've put some water in there. Quantum river. It never actually looks like a quantum river. It just looks a nice colour when the sun shines out. So, yeah, I put some water in that little crease. Some rocks around it to hide the squariness of the water there. And in here, it's just a defence post. What are you guys doing? Having a little chit chat.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Where's your helmet? Why ain't you got your helmet on? And your gun. She's left her helmet, her gun, and they're having a little chit chat, a little chin wag, and then giving me dirty looks as well. I'm going to see you about this later. I want to see you. All right, both of you later. Here, yeah, bit of stuff. You know what I mean? And there's a scavenging station. And yeah, basically, I'll just use these posts.
So hungry all the time.
And I'll put a load of these spotlights. Again, this is what it looks like from the other side. Blinding. So, yeah. Nip round here. Got another guard here. As I just picked up a new mod, Secret Doors. I will list it in my, in the little bit where I list things. Okay, open the door. I think that's brilliant, just in case you do want to pop out this way. But it is guarded, and I probably will maybe set up a turret or two here. As long as the turret cannot reach the food. There's nothing worse than watching all your turrets blow up all the food. Now, just behind this broken lebog is a little seedy backstreet chems bar. Here. Which he's caged in there to stop any angry chem addicts getting to him. But it's the wrong time of day now, so he's not working. And he's opened the door.
Stay out of my way.
He's obviously feeling quite safe. But yeah, this is the door. Doesn't have a sound effect when it closes, but it does when it opens. Come on, open it. Open it, matey. I thought you'd open it. Any other time you'd open it, wouldn't you? Yeah, you cooperate. Just this once. Okay, fan and a scale, which I even thought about having it so that both sides of the counter can see how much weight he's putting in there. Got a little stack of glowing blood, whatever it's called, glowing packs, I forget now, and a microscope, a sink, obviously a bin, and yet more concoction makers. I guess he could use some Mr. Handy fuel, light it up with a blowtorch on the old Bunsen burner, put in some Abraxo and some cigarettes and a secret ingredient brewed on said stand, and make whatever crap it is he's pumping out. And plenty of stock in the bath. We've got a whole bath full of drugs. Lovely. This is much like a bath would have been back in the day in the Nightingale estate in Hackney. But yeah. There it is. And now that it's a misty day, there's what the place looks like. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I really do. And so please like, subscribe, touched my buttons if I've touched yours, and I'll see you next time.